Okay, so today we got a lot of guava from the farm. I actually just drove back just this evening and got about 3-4 kilos of guava. And if you're familiar with how guava looked, especially in Thailand, you know that these are not your typical standard guava. Um, First thing first, you may notice that they are quite small. This is uh, not a mistake, but an error that we we intentionally experiment with. So our guava, typically in Thailand, as you may know, we are in the tropical condition and lots of pests and disease and environmental stress. So guava in Thailand, to get a good guava, I used to ask the vendor at the market and guava farmers and the ones that are honest. They told me that you have to really use a lot of chemical, um, a lot of fertilizer, a lot of pesticide, at least to get it past the stage, about maybe half of this size, and then you can get good guava. But for us at the farm, our experiment this round is we don't use anything. We just let it be by natural process, and we actually had to bag them with a tiny plastic bag to prevent the flies from landing on the guava and make the skin looks bad. Like here's an experimental one to show you that if you don't bag them properly, they have little skin imperfections, but I'm going to show you in a second that this actually is fine. The only outside part is kind of ugly, but the inside is quite okay. um, Actually, let me show you this one right now. So if I cut this part out, it's actually fine to eat. So show you, see how the imperfection is really cosmetic issue only on the outside, and then you just peel the outside out, and then you can cut through and still eat the good part inside, right? There might be a worm here and there, but overall, this is not a bad guava. I'll show you here one more step. So you see that the color also is not typical. This is a red guava. In Thailand, this is quite new, but after doing some research quickly online, I realized that the red color of the guava flesh is actually the dominant trait. So when you breed guava, this trait actually comes more often from natural breeding. This is a variety that doesn't actually have a name. We bred them from a guava that I bought long time ago online, and that one actually had a name. I forgot the name, but then I saved the seed, and after a few generations of cross pollination and growing out, and this is what we got. It's really good flavor guava. Um, I'm gonna try one for you. Actually, here. You wanna try one? The seeds inside is a really small area of the seed, and then you get a lot of flesh on the outside here. I'm gonna cut another one just for the fun of it. You can almost see that the color is red. The red color is shining through the skin of the guava, so you can see the green, the yellow, and then the red on the top. Compare this to your standard green. This is a green guava with the white flesh inside. You see that they actually look very different just visually on the outside. Um, this one also is a red guava that's not fully ripe. You can see how they differ in terms of appearance. Like this one is red also. I'm gonna cut this one just to prove the point. Okay. See how the interior looks inside. And then I'm gonna show you the seed. How tiny the seed is. Unfortunately, this variety doesn't have a name currently, but we can name them. Actually, we have a few varieties at the farm that are the result of my Guava breeding program. Now, if you want these Guava, I'm not gonna sell them. You can't get them. Sadly, we actually don't have Guava for sale as of now, October 2025 at the farm. All our Guava is experimental, and we might get some of them in the subscription packages for our subscribers, but other than that, the only way you're gonna get this amazing tasting Guava is by come to the farm and try it and make friends with us, and then maybe we share some with you. But if you really want these Guava later, we plan to sell the plant once we figure out the pest and the disease problem. We're gonna sell them during our open farm event, and then maybe eventually we release this variety to the public. But until then, I don't care how much money you got, you're not gonna get this Guava. These are special delicacy, the result of our Guava breeding program here in Cham, Thailand. Alright, hope you like this video. Click like, subscribe, share it with your friends.